أريد أن أعرف كيف ينتخب الخليفة الراشد.
English.
The question is how is the Khalifa elected?
No, you. He didn't say that. He said you were elected as Khalifa Rabi.
Khalifa Rashid.
Rashid. Oh, I'm sorry. Right. I thought Rashid Rabi. That is why I thought you were asking me. What he is asked is how a Khalifa Rashid is elected, right?
Yes.
Okay. Khalifa Rashid is elected ala minhaj an-nubuwah, obviously. You see, the entire ummah at the time of Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not participate in the election of Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Nor the entire ummah participated in the election of Hazrat Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Nor at the time of Hazrat Usman, nor at the time of Hazrat Ali. At the time of Hazrat Ali, differences emerged. So we leave that for the time being. During the first three elections, one thing is certain, that the Khalifa was elected. He did not claim himself to be the Khalifa. The claim did not come from him. But the election was not the so-called democratic method of election which we know here. That election did not follow any democratic method. But it was far more democratic in its nature than any democratic election could be. Because there was not a single deviation in the entire ummah in accepting Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala anhu to be the Khalifa. Even those who hesitated for a while, they also joined. So the unanimity of the entire ummah after the Khalifa is installed proves the fact that it was approval of God, and God had influence over the hearts of the ummah, and they all agreed with that method of election and the result of that election. So people who waste their time in the methodology and say was it democratic or not, how many people participated, they merely waste their time, because if that election was not approved by the ummah as such, if it was only a minority vote which created Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, or Hazrat Umar for that matter, then the majority of the Muslims should have rejected that outright. But none of them did. So that is why I said, apparently democratic method of election was not used. But in reality, it never happens in democracy that the entire ummah or the people of a country agree to one single election. In Khilafat al-Rashida this happens. If there are deviations, if at all there are deviations, they are so small and minor that they do not matter, and the time proves that they did not matter in the sight of Allah anyway. So this exactly is the system adopted by Jamaat Ahmadiya, but in a more modified form. In a more modified because of the time and the age and the requirements of this particular age. People want to see some regularization in the system of election. So Hazrat Muslim Maud, the second head of the Ahmadiyya community, he constituted an electoral college. Of course, even there, the whole Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat could not participate, spread over 100 and some countries. How could they all participate in the election of one Khalifa? So he has proposed a very wise system of election. They are permanent members of an electoral college, which come ex officio from the cadre of the Murabbis, those who have dedicated their lives for the sake of Ahmadiyyat and serve for the cause of Islam in different countries of the world. There is a certain limit on their service abroad. If they fulfill that limit, then they automatically ex officio become the members of the electoral college. Then Ahmadis beyond the age of, say, certain age is not age. All the office bearers in the center, Nazir and Wukala, and all the Amirs of different Jamaats of the world, they also become ex officio members. And also, if Khalifatul Masih of a time wants to appoint somebody particularly as member, he has the authority to do so. So these are virtual members of the electoral college. But in reality, once they are made members of the college, they go to sleep, as far as the function of this college goes. They never even remotely imagine the possibility of the election of another Khalifa, and to whom will they give vote. Their mouths are sealed, and they never mention a single word to anybody that if this Khalifa dies, that should be the Khalifa. If they do, then they will be removed from the membership of the college immediately. So out of taqwa or out of fear of people, either way they can't open their mouth on this subject, which is sensitive. So during the lifetime of a Khalifa, no Ahmadi is authorized even to discuss this issue, and nobody does. Even during the lifetime of a Khalifa, those who elect Khalifa, or apparently those who elect Khalifa, although it is Allah who gives his verdict in favor of somebody, but they are instruments in the hands of Allah. They also never open their mouths on this subject, as if they do not exist. But once the Khalifa dies, they come to life. Then they become the life and soul of the whole Jamaat, in the sense that the responsibility of electing the next Khalifa lies on them, with them and on their shoulders. So they meet, and the system is very simple. Tilawat of the Quran is recited, the Holy Quran is recited, Tilawat is made, and the chairman, who is also ex officio chairman of this council, whose name is known to everybody because he is ex officio, the most senior member of the Anjuman Ahmadiyya or Tehreek-e-Jadid, whoever is the most senior, would be automatically become the chairman of this session. So he says a few words of admonishment that you should not speak anything against anybody in this session. Better avoid any comments at all. Just pray to God and make your own decisions in your minds. So if you think somebody is fit in the sight of Allah, and naturally you, because he is fit in your sight, you think also he is fit in the sight of Allah, in that case you can propose any name. And for the person who is proposed, it is not necessary that he should be there in the mosque. He can even be in America. So any name can be proposed. If that name is seconded by a single person other than this, then he is registered on the list in the same order as the name is proposed. So if 4, 5, 6, 7 names are proposed and all of them are seconded by other members of the electoral college, then the list is completed, and then the chairman calls for votes, and the votes are given by raising one's hands openly, not in secret ballot. So one after the other the names are read and the votes are counted, and whoever gets the majority votes, he is immediately elected as Khalifa. It happens within a few minutes, at most half an hour, not more than that. And this is a system which once, this electoral college, once it reaches a decision and the name is announced, then all Ahmadis from all over the world, without exception, offer their initiation at the hand of the next Khalifa. This is how Khalifa Rashid is elected. Okay? Thank you.
Question in English?